Hello, everybody, and welcome to another great episode of the Gridiron Glory. Tad and Will covering all 32 teams in the league all season long. We're here to talk about two teams that are on very opposite narratives in their respective franchises. You got the Detroit Lions taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Detroit wins 52-6. I really don't need to say a whole lot else, right? But for the heck of it, why don't we just lure up the Detroit Lions and talk about how great they are? Yeah, Jared Goff, 24 of 29, 412 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. You even had Hendon Hooker come in at a point. David Montgomery, 15 carries, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs, 11 carries for a touchdown. Tad, you also had Jameson Williams on the big touchdown play. Amon-Ra St. Brown catching 2 touchdowns, 161 yards, 4 catches for 124 yards for Jameson Williams. And yes, Tad, with that being said, I would like to humbly, genuinely, and sincerely ask you, sir, where would you rank Jameson Williams amongst the wide receivers in the NFC?
I still think Jameson Williams is a fairly mid-tier wide receiver. Knowing what I know, it's
The speed is there for sure.
The speed is there. He's definitely a talented player. Doesn't quite have the consistency yet, but the talent's definitely there, and he's definitely a bit I don't know if overshadowed is the right word, but he's definitely in a way in the shadow of Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's the clear and unquestioned number one on this team in the wide receiver room. But Jameson Williams definitely provides value for this offense.
Yeah, he provides value. He's developing the third-year player now out of Alabama. So 24 catches, 538 yards, 4 touchdowns on the season. So he actually ranked 7th in the league for average 22.4. So an interesting stat line there.
So he's a big player. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah, and of course this defense, right? It's an amazing defense. You got guys like Amit Robertson. You got guys like Kendall Veldor, Zadarius Smith, even Jack Campbell, and yes, just overall, where would you rank the Detroit Lions defense amongst the defenses in the NFL overall?
I would probably put Pittsburgh ahead of them. Outside of Pittsburgh, you could make a case for the Lions to be number 2, probably. They're certainly top 5. You could make a case to put them as high as number 2.
Yeah. This is a defense that's going to make a playoff run. This is a defense. The saying goes, defense wins championships. So this is certainly a defense that this is a Super Bowl contending defense, Tad.
And of note, they're doing all of this without their best player on the defense, Aiden Hutchinson, who's out for the season. And they're still this is considering that we still see them as a top 5 defense, a top 2 defense potentially. So yeah, just a lot of talent there, and then you bring in a guy like Zadarius Smith. That was a big pickup that could add to the depth in this defensive line.
They could add to the depth, so they go out there, they get the job done there. So, unfortunately for Jacksonville, Mac Jones only 17 of 29, no touchdowns and interception, just nothing, literally nothing going for Jacksonville in this game. This was, Jacksonville did not even show up, quite literally.
Yeah, they were just woefully inept. Completely unprepared to play a football game. Brian Thomas had 5 catches for 82 yards, and that's like not a spectacular stat line in and of itself, but that was the best stat line their offense had. So I don't know, just the defense, they didn't really do much of anything. I mean, when you let up 52 points, that's just not a lot of momentum there. Logan Cook got a workout, their punter. He had 5 punts for 267 yards. So, I mean,
There you go.
then Cam Little made a 59-yard field goal. I mean, look at you, Jacksonville, a 59-yard field goal. That's something. Well, where would you rank
I
Cam
just feel
Little?
bad for their fans. I mean, Jacksonville fans, like, I'm sorry that you have to endure this because this is.
I'd like to ask, where would you rank Cam Little amongst field goal kickers in the AFC? 2 for 259-yard long on the day.
I mean, yeah, he's a middle of the pack AFC kicker. I mean, Cam Little, the rookie out of Arkansas. I mean, yeah, he's a rookie.
He's a rookie.
Yeah, he's a rookie starting NFL kicker. So, a solid enough kicker.
Yep, credit. They're 15 of 16 on the year. Probably the highlight of the day for Jacksonville's football team.
There you go. Detroit wins 52-6. I believe that they are now the betting favorites to win the Super Bowl. So
yeah, they are tied for the best record in the league. Just a very very impressive team. They've been impressive all year, and they continue to keep it on.
So a very well-rounded football team, the Detroit Lions, 52-6. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow all season long. This is the Gridiron Glory.